and gentlemen, thank you for being here for Friday Night Fights, otherwise known as Comicgories. Tonight is episode 3, and someone's got their mic on. Totally all good, though. So, hey, we see so many people in the chat. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. This is episode 3, and I have got one heck of a lineup, everybody. So let's say hello, of course, to everybody that's going to be joining us tonight, starting with John Comics with Kids.
This is going to be a crazy fight. This is the show where it doesn't matter how much money is in your book. It matters how much ice is in your veins. We're going to see it go down here tonight. I'm excited.
Yes, we are. And so, of course, guys, if you've been watching the show, this is episode 3. We've had one guy other than John and I to be on the show every single time. But tonight, his little brother, Half-Baked, showed up. And he's here joining us right now. Say what's up, Bake.
What's up, everybody? Yeah, Half-Baked. I lost about a half a person worth of beard here. So yeah, I've been here so much. I'm starting to feel like I'm one of the hosts.
There we go, baby. Love having you, brother, for sure, man. It's been
glad
good
to be here.
And if you guys didn't know, if Bake wins tonight, if he wins 3 shows in a row, he gets a slab from my personal collection. So he's going for that slab tonight.
Vote for Bake.
Awesome.
He's already trying to play to the audience. Don't make me yellow card you.
That's right. And he has it too.
So,
if he can pull it out. There it is.
John, don't mess around.
That's right. So we've got 3 new contestants tonight. Great guys. Love having them on, guys. Thank you for joining us. Let's start off with saying hi to Bear Island Comics, guys.
Oh, me first, huh? Is this the one where I pretend to be a wrestler or no?
Just say, hey, what's up?
Oh, hey, everybody. I brought my buddy Tormund George's Bane tonight to help me out.
Nice. I like it. I'm digging it, man. And your twin brother, let's say what's up to Dee Runk.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Thanks for coming on, Dee Runk. I love the way you are sporting that red hood, man. One of my favorite characters.
Absolutely.
Yeah, baby. And last but not least, we got the Spidey fan, Mr. Comics 89.
How's it going, everyone? Thanks for the invite. So,
of course, man. So, guys, this is going to be exciting. We're happy to do another episode. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. John, you want to say what's up to the chat before we give everyone a second to
yeah, man, I can run through. There's a stacked house here tonight. And before we get going, I want to give a real big shout out to my brothers and my sister, Kat Wren, over at the Comic Core, who hit 700 subscribers this last couple of days.
Sweet.
Those guys are awesome. I saw C. Woodard in the chat. I wanted just to shout out those guys. They worked really hard. Chad, Legend, Drew Manchu. I love that crew. They're really great people. And congrats to all of them. And of course, Sam's Tangled Web was number 1 in the chat, dropping green hearts like the fire. Looks like our panel was in the chat. I see Dee Runk. Life with 2 YouTubers. I have been chatting with her all day. Really great people. Absolutely awesome. And yeah, just so awesome to see you in the chat here. She was already talking about gotta watch this. Her son is burning block about 99. He's right there in the chat. Good to see you, sir.
What's up,
Justin
dude?
and his comics. Rod is in the chat, one of my big homies. Glitter and Duct Tape hanging out on my chat last night. Thank you to see you again. Mr. Comics is in there. Good to see him. Let's see Rob Wurst. Where are we at now? Lady Fantastic. She dropped a new video, I want to say, yesterday.
Yes, maybe she did.
And today.
Okay, then it was today. Sorry. Whoop, my bad.
Both.
Oh, both? Okay, then maybe I have missed one. Super Russ 9000 got you in the chat. Let's see. Our host is in the chat. Unruly Simeon is in the chat. Thank you. Comic Geek McD. It's got to be getting late there. Thank you for coming by. And congrats on the job. I hear there was a successful job opportunity rolled out.
Yes.
Zlos and the Comic Collector. Hello to you two. Mjolnir is in the chat. The hammer itself.
Yeah.
Glad to see that flying around. And what are we missing here? The comic, like Hydra Comics is in the chat.
Hydra.
Lindsay, Geeked Out Knickknacks. Thank you, Lindsay. Yeah, Hydra's awesome. Let's see. Hi, Alea Comic Bro. He was on my show last night. Thank you, Raul, for coming by. I'm getting near the end. I'm in the chat. There I am. Let's see. Bake is in there. The champ already trying to bump up the audience. The comic jabroni Edwin's been dropping videos like crazy. If you don't know his channel, please check it out. Definitely worth your time. Poor Mike, hello. Comic Books NYC, Kavi in the chat. The man with the AF-15 set. JIB, hello to you. And Just a Little Podcast, hello. Marvel Joe. Man, look at this. Knights of Khonshu. Whew. Who isn't in this chat?
This is legit.
Florida's in the house.
Holy cow. Okay, I'm catching my breath.
There you go. Guys, thank you so much. There's so many people in there. If we missed you, we're sorry, but we love you and thank you for being here, guys. So, well, let's turn the time over to a little bit of comic book spotlight. And let's say hello to our panel tonight, man. We got a whole bunch of goodness in here. We're going to start with Bake because he's the champ. And he probably doesn't have a lot to say because you guys have heard it already every week. Bake, say what's up, man.
Hey, everybody. Good to be here again. Like I said earlier, I'm starting to feel like I'm one of the hosts. So, you know my channel. I do hangouts with Direct Edition Squad some Sundays with Comic Books NYC, Soldier and Fuchsia Only, and Jeffrey Comic Con. Other than that, every once in a while I do auctions, which I will be doing an auction next Saturday with Lord Vasco on the Comic Heads channel. And I think Kenny might show up too, Comic Head 84. So it should be a good time. Start getting people heading over to that new channel and checking them out. Other than that, glad to be here and looking for some good competition.
What advice can you give to these new guys, Bake?
Stay on your toes, man. You have no idea what category is going to show up, and hopefully you just have some remembrance of where certain books are.
Perfect, brother. That's good to have you here again, man. And you know what? If you're not on the show next week, it's just not going to feel the same.
Thanks for having me, and thanks for giving me the chance to play.
Of course, brother. Of course, man. All right, Dee Runk, tell us about yourself, man. Tell us about your channel. Tell us about how you got into comics. What's going on, man?
I don't know. I just my dad really liked Superman, and he always made me watch it. The old George Reeves show as a kid, and my mom would always bring me to a few comic book conventions back in the day. And I don't know. Just recently, I got a really cool opportunity to go to another convention, and it just sparked my collecting interests again, and I've just been going nuts ever since. So
wonderful.
And, what was that?
Wonderful, brother.
Yeah. And then my channel, I don't know, like I don't really have a set agenda, but I make plenty of videos. It's generally just talking about comic books and showing the cool things that I got. So and then I like to participate, a lot like Bake likes to say, I like to participate in other people's live streams. So here I am.
Good, man. Well, this is the first time you and I have been able to hang out, but we got to make sure we get to do this again, brother.
Absolutely. I appreciate the invite, man. Thank you.
Of course, of course. So a couple questions for you right here before we keep going. Number one, who is your favorite comic book character?
Superman, followed closely by Scarlet Spider.
Oh, Scarlet Spider, huh?
Yep.
You don't hear that every day. I had one of my favorite posters when I was a kid on my wall was Spider-Man and Scarlet Spider. And it's just an epic poster in New York with like the moon behind it. And I had it on my wall for maybe 10 years, man. So I like
the coolest costume of any comic book character, in my opinion. So
that's awesome, man.
Agreed.
That is awesome. And other question, what's your grail, brother?
My grail that I have not yet attained is I'm looking for an X-Men #1. And I had it in my grasp earlier this year.
I got a few of those, George. Do you want the one with Magneto on the cover? Do you want the one with which one of those connectors do you want?
Not the Jubilee run.
We're rubbing it in, are we?
You're having trouble
the
finding
original one from the 60s. That's my grail comic book.
It's a good one, man. That is a good book to be going after, brother. Cool. Well, it's good to get to know you, man. Thank you for being here on the show. I really appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, so let's move on over to Mr. Comics 89. Tell us about yourself, brother.
Well, first of all, I like to state for the record that's Mr. Comics 89. Half the people I seem to hear are Mr. Comic. It's like, seriously? There's an S there.
It's like coffee.
Read it, please. But I'm late to the collecting game, actually. I mean, as a kid, it was Sunday morning newspaper with Garfield and paperbacks of Death, Funeral, World Without, and Return of Superman. So Superman was my favorite character as a kid. So, but that was my extent of it. About a little over a year ago, I was getting a tattoo touched up because my local comic book shop and my tattoo shop are the same place. He kind of expanded his business.
Interesting.
I was getting this tattoo touched up, my family crest. And I'm sitting in the chair for hours, staring at the CGC wall, and I just kept on seeing this.
Nice.
You know, and I was staring at it for hours, going, "That is a beautiful, beautiful book." You know, and just by the end of the tattoo, I was like, "I have to have that." So I bought this. This is my very first comic book. So my original goal was, okay, I'm gonna get the other 3 and Death of Superman number 70, Superman number 75. So I'm going to have those 5 because comic books can't be like tattoos where it's addictive, right? Next thing I know, I have over 1,000 comics, and you know, so one thing led to another. I started out as a DC guy, and because it was Superman all the way. But then watching videos on YouTube here on Rugby and We Love Comics, and I just started to get a passion for Spider-Man. You know, I could really relate to him as an adult.
Yeah.
And watching documentary on Stan Lee, just Spider-Man became my new passion and my new hobby. I mean, as an example, I'm an amateur painter. I did this last night.
Ooh, I love that, man.
Beautiful.
Nice.
So it's all my hobbies tend to roll in together. So I'm an amateur artist, but so that's what it is. I just start collecting in. So ASM is my primary goal, but that's about really all it is to it. Just over a little over a year, and my channel is mainly new comic book day unboxings, and a few hunts and other things. You know, I like to do the mystery grade of CGCs when I get them back.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to show off my Fantastic Four 48 through 50 when it comes back next month.
I love that one.
Yeah, buddy.
So,
If
yeah.
someone hasn't read that, you need to read that storyline, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. So you answered one of my questions. I guess Superman and Spider-Man are your boys, right?
Hence my new logo. So
I love it, man. That's such a good logo too, guys. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
And so what's your grail then? What are you looking for, man? What's the book that you wish you could have?
Well, right now I have 3 because I can never do just one thing. It seems like I would have to have, but I want an ASM 1, you know, any grade. You know, I want a completed AF 15 because I have a single graded page of Amazing Fantasy 15.
Yeah, I watched that unboxing. I think you did it live, right? And I was there.
Yeah, so I want to complete that, but I'll have to wait for that one for a while yet. But I say right now, if I can get a hold of it, my first grail that I listed is still there. I want a 9.8 signature series Superman number 75 signed by Dan Jurgens.
Oh.
That's my, and it's most attainable out of the 3.
Yep.
But that's if I could have that, because I got a 9. Like I said, I originally wanted the 5, the 4 intros, and Superman. But I had to settle for a 9.6 at the time, just because I just didn't have any money to go 9.8. But if I can get that 9.8, that's the goal, and that's the.
You're talking to the right guy about that.
Yeah.
Sure. Man, I don't know if you know this, but what got me back into comic book collecting was Death of Superman. So
yeah,
Jurgens, huge in my heart. Death of Superman, huge in my heart. Superman 75, big time. So
yeah,
I feel you.
That's my all-time favorite issue. Is Superman 75. Even though I'm a Spider-Man guy now, Superman 75 is still my favorite single issue.
Awesome, man. Yeah, C. Wood saying, I got my Jurgens black bag signed on my wall for Soup 75. Yeah, you would. What's up, C. Wood? So awesome, man. Oh, look right there. Check it out. I love it. Let's show this one right here.
Awesome.
Nice.
Wow.
That's so cool. So cool, man. I love that white on that black bag. Well, now we just got to get Mr. Comics 89. We got to get them a 9.8 on that one.
Yes.
Awesome, Matt. Well, thank you for being here tonight, man. Appreciate having you, and we're gonna have some fun. So, last but not least, Bear Island Comics.
Hey guys, my name is Adam. I don't have a family crest at all. Just some upper arm hair. I'm kind of bummed about that. I want a family crest now. I'm like,
that's hereditary too, you know.
That's maybe the coolest tattoo I've seen in a while. My channel is called Bear Island Comics. I started it this past March on the day of C2E2. I uploaded my first video from my hotel room, and then proceeded to go try to meet as many people of the community as I could at the convention, which was a lot of fun. I try to take like a humor-based approach to comics because honestly, by the time I started my channel, everyone else had everything else we need covered. So I also like to use humor to mask my lack of knowledge about comics because I just got back in like late 2017. So I'm still kind of learning, still kind of getting caught back up what's been going on. My biggest, I guess, two books or characters that I collect would be Batman and the X-Men. Right now, Hickman's blowing my mind. I love this stuff. It's so good. Like, just appreciate what we're getting right now, guys. Seriously, it is so good. So yeah, that's me. What was the other question?
What's your grail, man? You can have any book. What do you want?
Right now, the one I fall asleep dreaming about is House of Secrets 92. I'm a big Swamp Thing guy, so I got to have that someday. It's a tough one to get. It's pretty expensive, but maybe now that Swamp Thing's done, it might die back down a little bit, but probably not much. It's such a classic book. That cover with Louise Simonson on it is so amazing. But yeah, that's the one I'm after. Might be a while though, because I've already spent way too much in 2019 on comics. So
I hear you there.
yeah,
Awesome, man. Yeah, it's dropping for sure, but you never know when the next show comes out or when he shows up in the next book. You know.
yeah.
That's a good one. It's beautiful cover. Love it. So you said you're just brand new back into collecting. Did you collect as a kid?
I did. Middle school, I guess I would say. And then when high school rolled around, I got involved in like more school activities and things like that. And comics kind of fell by the wayside. It's the same old story, really. You know, it's you hit middle age and you're like, wait a second, that was kind of fun. Let's see what's up with comics. And I just went into the closest comic shop to my house in 2017 and immediately struck up a friendship with the shop owner, which is probably why I'm back into comics. Because if it was a bad experience, I may not have. But yeah, it was just I kind of went a little gung ho the first couple years back in here, so I'm trying to slow it down a little bit.
Best midlife crisis ever, right?
There you go.
Yeah, man. You get something out of it at the end. You know, you get to keep something cool.
Yeah, man, for sure. So I've got to shout you out here, man. I just recently watched your video that you made for John's giveaway, and holy cow, it was so good, dude, that I went and I showed my wife and kids. Then later on that day at home, I made them all sit down and watch it, and we're sitting there laughing our heads off. And my kids started rolling when they saw Jonathos.
Jonos, yeah.
Jonos, there you go. Oh my gosh, man. It was so great. In the helicopter with the name on the side and everything. TJ Watson like a monk. I mean, it was wonderful, brother. And I love your sense of humor. I love watching your videos. I honestly sit there, watch the whole thing, and laugh, and I feel better after watching it. So I love that you take that approach, man.
Oh my God, what a great compliment. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure, brother. So
and if there's anybody that hasn't seen his Comic Core video where he sings and it's like unreal. He's going to Baltimore. Right, he's down here now. He's going to Baltimore on the abilities as a songwriter, in my opinion.
Right, but now the people in Baltimore are expecting me to perform when I get there, and it's like, you guys don't understand. That was the first time I've sang or played in like years and years and years.
Well, still better than what I can do. Cats are still running away from me.
Awesome. Well, we got 40 people watching. Are you guys ready to get down and compete?
Not at all.
Do it.
Not at all. I love it, George. I love it, man. So, John, you ready to take over?
Yeah, man. Let's get into some rules here for people that are new to the show or maybe only caught the first episode, and we've sort of been evolving this process since then. Let me run through what's going on. You have 2 simultaneous head-to-head matches that are going to be going on right now. I believe we have BakeTheSnake versus Dee Runk.
Nope, Mr. Comics.
Sorry. BakeTheSnake versus Mr. Comics. Dee Runk versus Bear Island. And they will get a randomly chosen category. So Matt has put together an epic list of possible cover options. He's going to randomize them. We're going to get an option that is picked. And then these gentlemen will have a time limit to dive into their collections and pull out a book that best meets those requirements. You in the chat will vote which person from each matchup has the better book. Your vote matters. There will be 3 rounds if needed. It is the best of 3 rounds. Then the champions from each of those 2 matches will face off in a championship round. And we will repeat the process again. Each contestant for the evening is allowed 1 pass. They're allowed 1 moment where they can see the picked choice and say, no, thank you. We're done with that one. You can throw it out, and we will re-roll. But after they've spent it, it's gone. And that's it for the night. What am I missing here?
That's 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah. So there's a time limit. They start off with 30 seconds to dig around. And then if there's a tiebreaker round, they get an additional 15 seconds. For the championship match, it's 45 seconds and then an extra 15 for that final playoff if needed. I think that's about it. Oh, I thought there was something else and I just totally forgot. Oh, no, I can't remember what it is. It's like right on the tip of my tongue.
Oh, just kidding. Whoa, just kidding.
Yeah, we're going to coin toss here at the beginning so that we know who has to show first in each round. They'll spend a little time when they reveal their book talking about it, trying to sell us on it. It is not your job in the chat to vote who has the most valuable book. You're looking for the book that meets the requirements best of that category, whatever it is that they are forced to choose from. I believe now that might be it.
You got it, man. You got it.
All right.
The rules state anything about tagging in a friend if you're struggling?
Not allowed. It is against the rules. You will be DQ'd.
That's
no
right.
phone. No phone copy.
So Bear, go for it.
In this show, Bear Island.
Yeah.
Hey,
That
can
was
I
not
ask
gonna
a
play.
quick rule question?
Yes.
How much time do I have to use my pass? Like, can I?
That's what I was going to mention. Thanks, George. When a category is selected, Matt and I will spend a little time explaining in detail kind of what that category is. We're doing that to allow the contestants time to both think about which book they would choose, but also to decide if they want to use their pass.
Yep.
So we will bandy this idea around. So last time there was the comedy category, and I spent a little time talking about possibilities. People were talking about Scotty Young covers, Deadpool covers. We went around and just sort of discussed in broad terms what that might mean logistically. And then people could sort of think through, do they want to use it? Now, at the same time, if you're on the fence, you think someone else might use their pass, it might be a strategy move, but you never know what's going to happen.
Don't think we're going to have a back-to-back thing again.
So once the timer starts, like, you've got to go, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I will count you down. I'll double, triple check that everybody is ready, that they are set before I start the timer. And I usually say go, and then I start the timer just in case there's a little, internet lag or what have you.
Yeah. So, John, you want to do the flip, and then we'll get into the categories?
Yeah, absolutely. So let me get myself. So we're going to flip. It's Bake versus Mr. Comics. Alphabetically, Bake is before Comics. So Bake, you're going to call, what do you want, heads or tails?
Tails.
All right.
Oh, I like one.
Let's see what we got. It is tails right there.
Awesome.
So that means Mr. Comics will go first in the first round. And if we go to a tiebreaker, he'll go first there as well. Alphabetically, Bear before Dee Runk. Bear, do you want heads or tails?
Tails.
All right. It is heads this time right there. So that means Bear will go first and third if needed.
Awesome. Oh, all right, guys. I hope you like these categories. I got some cool stuff today.
Good luck, everybody.
Be afraid.
I gotta give a shout out to these group while you're loading that up, because I've noticed a lot of chatter in our Instagram group, a lot of noise going back and forth, a lot of people posting how they've set up their boxes, organized, planned. Bear Island is taking this very, very seriously.
Yeah, he is. He is.
My inner Rocky, Adrian.
Yeah, I'm surprised if you didn't make a training montage out of that, Bear.
Who says I didn't?
Who says I did it? Did you hear that? I love it. Hey, and we got a whole bunch of new people in the chat, guys. Just really quick, I see Geeks, Drinks, and Comics. Ed D, what's up, Eddie? We got Lady Fantastic. I saw a couple other people. Mortal Biggie Shaq, what's up, Biggie? Poor Mike, the art chemist. Perry Comics, and there's a whole bunch more. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We're about to get started, and here it is, guys. I'm about to show you the Comicgories for tonight. And here they are. We got Jim Lee cover, a Scott Snyder story, Spider cover, zombie cover, an origin story, a vehicle cover, a flying cover, Silver Age cover, weapon cover, a crossover cover, a fire cover, a green cover, or a full face cover.
Dude, I already know which one I would use my pass on if it ever came up. I'm just looking right at it. I'm like, that one.
Are you ready, guys? I'm going to randomize this 3 times, and whatever comes out on top, that is our first category for the evening. Here we go. 1, 2, and here it goes. 3, zombie cover.
All right. So this is a category that has a little broadness based on what we would consider to be a zombie. Obviously, I've been teasing Deceased a lot and being retorted with, it's not zombies, John. But obviously, there are people who could argue both sides. We are looking for a cover involving some sort of undead creature or zombie in some way. There's a lot of hot comics using this right now, and certainly in the last few decades. So is there anything you'd like to add to that description, Matt?
Just remember, guys, zombie cover, anything that you think you could sell as a zombie cover, if you got to use it, use it. But you got that pass. What do y'all want to do?
I got a question.
Sure.
Does death, as it like a character dying, could be related to the category? You know, like
if you can sell it to the chat,
you'd have to be on your toes to sell it. But obviously, zombie implies undead as opposed to actually just dead. So it's got. But then we know how nobody dies in comics, right? So
I got my father-in-law because I have the perfect argument.
Does anybody feel like they would like to use their pass for this category? Ooh, cricket noises, folks. We look like we are ready to roll. All right. So remember, in the chat, you don't need to vote until Matt types in. You just get to sit back and enjoy the ride. I would like to suggest people who watch this on the replay, if you have ideas for categories that you think Matt or I should consider, drop them in. Hit us on Instagram. Leave them in the comment section because we're always looking to keep this growing. All right.
It's so true. And just to add to that, like on a weekly basis, I get 2 or 3 people saying, "Hey, use this category. Try this category." Happened this week. Happened just yesterday. So please do it.
I love it. All right. So 30 seconds is going to be on the clock. Gentlemen, you may go.
Go. Zombie covers. Go get him. Go get him. And remember,
I'm going to continue to shout out the time for you. You are now at 20 seconds. 20 seconds right now.
If you have that book in hand when we say 0, gentlemen.
Yeah, you want to make sure you can hold it up so we can see it. We're at 12 seconds right now.
10, 9, 8.
Let us know that you've got a book in hand.
5, got it.
3. You gotta get back.
2. I'm waiting on the other 2.
0. Oh, just barely. Just barely.
I'm going to allow Bear. He was half in the room there. He had it in his hand. I'm going to count it. I'm not going to DQ that. He was right on the edge. Mr. Comics was just ahead of him, so definitely in the green. That was exciting. Woo!
Oh, man. Okay, this is the best part of the show. See you guys scramble. I love it. All right, so who is it first? Mr. Comics 89?
I think, yeah, the champion and the contender should probably go in the first group.
All right. So, Mr. Comics 89, you were up with your zombie cover.
I had to pick a runner-up because the one I had in mind, I had a brain fart at the very last second, performance anxiety, and so I couldn't find it. But I looked at this one just in time. I picked The Walking Dead 192, Death of Rick Grimes, because literally the show is about, the undead walking around infecting others. So what better category for zombie than actual zombies walking around?
Smart. I love it. You want to put it up just a little closer? Nice. So Rick Grimes dies in that one, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Spoiler alert.
Wait.
I got this one because on the video, Chris and We Love Comics said, get this, definitely get this, don't let it slip you by. So I got this at cover price before it went up.
Nice.
Smart.
Oh.
Shout out to Rob Wurst saying, don't break anything on the course of the show. It's not worth turning a 9.8 to a 7.
This is true. All right, Bake the Snake. It's your turn, my friend.
So zombies are the undead. I have New Mutants number 4, the Dead Souls. Undead warriors going at it. Even got a laser sword. How can you go wrong with that?
Nice.
I've never seen that cover before.
Me either until I bought it, honestly.
Newer book dropped about 4 months ago, maybe. Nice, man. Loving it. All right, guys, hold your books up.
All right. So you have seen the first 2 contestants going head-to-head, their books for undead or zombie covers. Zombie covers. You have to vote in the chat. We have Mr. Comics and we have Bake the Snake. You want to name one of those 2 gentlemen. Once Matt drops in the chat, vote now.
I'm not above pity votes. I guess the champ.
This is the contender versus the champion round right now. We're going to see where Bake the Snake pulls out of this or if Mr. Comics shuts this down.
Oh.
Undead laser sword.
Oh, there we go. We got one, Mr. Comics 89. Man, is this going to be like last week where we ran away with it every time, huh?
Last week it was back and forth. One person sweeps it and the next person sweeps it.
I'm the new guy. I still feel like I'm the geeky kid.
Challenger, man. Pressure.
It's all good, man. It's all good. You brought a good one. Looks like they picked Bake this time around, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to give a couple more seconds for lag just to make sure everybody gets a chance to vote. I have Perry Comics as the last one I have counted. But I think we're pretty much good there. Make sure everybody hit the like button for Matt here tonight.
Thanks,
if you're enjoying these shows. All right. So I'm calling this one Bake the Snake, winner of round 1.
I was looking for my only Walking Dead comic also, but I couldn't get it in time.
Well, you should have done it. I haven't narrowed the gap then.
Now we're on to D versus Bear. The coin toss meant Bear has to go first. So, Bear, you are up.
All right. So when I think of a zombie, I think of something that's dead, but it's also alive. Half dead, half alive, right? So I'm going to go with one of my favorite covers from last year, Nightwing 46.
Nice.
Little half and half there. Absolutely beautiful cover. Pairs well with, I believe, Batman or Batgirl 24, where Barbara's kind of got the same thing going on.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was thinking of the same cover, the Batgirl cover, for sure.
Yeah, so we got Dick Grayson. He recently suffered a head injury or being shot in the head. Had his own little brush with death. So I think this represents the concept of a zombie pretty well. I also couldn't find the book I was looking for. So I saw this and I grabbed it, and isn't it pretty?
I love it.
Good job for Bear.
Oh, too funny, man. Too funny.
All right. You are up. Dee Runk.
George of Dee Runk dropping some comments in the chat, I have a feeling.
Yeah, so I've got a deceased cover. This is number 1. This is the In Huck Lee Midtown variant graded at a 9.8, and it is a beautiful homage to the death of Superman. People can debate whether or not Deceased is a zombie story. It is a zombie story. So, amazing cover. It's a book that I personally submitted myself. Got back at a 9.8. Super excited about that. See the back of it if you want. There's a little tombstone there. Pretty cool. But yeah, that's my book.
Nice, man. Woo! All right, gentlemen, hold your books up.
So we got a DC show off here. Slab versus Raw. Bat side versus Soup side. What do you feel? So when Matt says vote in the chat, you vote and let us know what you think. Your choices are Bear versus Dee Runk.
Vote now.
Correct.
The vote is on. 2 to Bear. 2 to 2.
If I had a vote, I'd do that cover because I love my Superman too.
I'm getting votes.
Oh, this is gonna be close. Okay, there's D. There goes D. Now Bear back. Oh man,
Looking pretty good to me.
woo! Bear, but just by a hair. I love it. Dee Runk.
Yeah, I got Conquistadorks as the last one as of right now. Just giving a couple more seconds for lag. Make sure everybody got a chance to vote. If you're not sure if you're seeing all the votes, sometimes that happens. You want to make sure you've clicked at the top live chat. It'll automatically select top chat for some reason on YouTube. You want to double click on that spot at the top there and make sure you're watching live chat. Now I've got Aggressive Relaxing for Bear and Lady Fantastic for Bear. Make sure you don't vote twice. I try to keep a good eye out for that kind of thing, but don't make me DQ you for that. This one was really close, but I'm calling this one for Mr. Dee Runk. So Dee Runk winning round 1 in this
Hold on, sir. What is that?
I got the Clark Kent chain.
You don't get funny points.
Oh my gosh, classic. So that was round 1, everybody. Very exciting. Woo!
I pulled that out after the vote, by the way. So I didn't have 20 points. I know that.
So fun fact, I was looking for a deceased book as well. And I forgot that it's just spelled DCEAS and not DEC.
No. Yeah. This is why I'm under pressure, baby.
And
But yeah, I think Dee Runk still would have beat mine. So
Rob Worst mentioned that it's not about just having the book; it's about being able to find it in the time limit.
That's right. That's right.
It seemed like plenty of time in the last 2 episodes, and it was actually my turn. It's like, slow the clock down.
Yeah, those 30 seconds go by so fast.
it is not plenty of time.
All right, y'all ready for the next Comicgory?
Not as much.
Born ready, my friend.
All right, here we go. All right, y'all. So just a reminder, 3 times. And the third one is the charm. It's number 1. There's number 2. And fire cover.
All right. Now, this is a pretty broad category by my estimation. There's a lot of things you could qualify. Certain characters themselves could simply be every cover they're on is a fire cover. And I've heard people describe a great comic book as simply being fire, like this book is fire. So there's a really broad stroke sort of category. And there's a lot of options going on here. Matt, was there anything you wanted to specify for fire covers?
Now, when I thought about this one, I thought they could literally have fire on the cover or it could be what we hear everybody say on Instagram. That book is fire. So you guys make it work.
Does anybody here on the squad feel like they would pass on a fire cover? Ooh, looks like we have some popular ones so far. These gentlemen ready to go. Anybody have questions about fire covers? Woo. Crickets. Crickets again. So, ladies and gentlemen, they're going to have 30 seconds for this round. And here we go. 30 seconds. Go ahead. Go. Whoa. So I get nasty glare on my phone there. We have 25 seconds. And Bake is just cool as a cucumber. Look at him. 20 seconds.
I'm not cool. I just almost spilled my beer.
15 seconds.
Hey,
Keep it away.
Right here.
It looks like Mr. Comics is ready. In 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Make sure you're on everything. You guys look ready. And time is up. That one went a lot faster than last. Seemed like everybody was ready that time for sure.
No, my desk is on wheels. And when I moved over to my boxes, my whole desk just shifted. So I spent like 15 seconds fixing everything.
You'll have to Instagram me your address so I can send your desk a thank you card.
I love it. Absolutely awesome.
What's up, Bueller? Thanks for joining us, man.
So we're gonna hear again from Bake versus Mr. Comics. Bake is gonna go first this round.
Alrighty, so what I have here is a Marvel team up. What is it? Number 18, Human Torch featuring the Hulk. Nice. 20 center. What's more fire than a man made of fire? Shooting down Jeffrey Comic-Con's favorite character, the Incredible Hulk.
You just lost Jeffrey's vote.
I thought he wasn't here.
No, I don't know. He wins a lot of times when he's not here. You better watch it.
Awesome, man. The Human Torch.
Human Torch. Even the title's in flames.
Yeah, right?
Awesome. Goodness, Bake. There it is. The Human Torch.
Okay, so that means it's Matt, Mr. Comics. How we doing?
Well, as bad as I choked last time, I was that on top of it this time. My system actually succeeded for once. So I got this comic at my local comic book shop. It's a beauty. Cosmic Ghost Rider 9.4 or 9.8 and number 4. Virgin variant cover. So.
Cover of the year in 2018, man.
I was gonna say when I did my recap of 2018, I called this book in my top 4 covers of the year.
Yep.
Who's the artist on that?
What?
Who's the artist again?
Donny Cates story, Dylan Burnett art, Max Lim cover.
Yeah, Max Lim.
Okay, cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice. I got that exact book in that exact grade sitting right behind me, man.
Yeah, I know. Showing it off or talking about it when I showed this off on Instagram.
Yep. Awesome. All right, gentlemen, hold your books up.
Hot fire, straight Dylon coming at you.
So this is the next round. This is already Bake 1, Mr. Comics nothing. So you get to decide in the chat when Matt says vote now, which of these gentlemen has the best fire cover.
Vote now.
My goal is at least get to a third round.
Someone's got to put this champ in his place.
2-1.
Reminder, we're talking Mr. Comics and Bake. Those are the 2 options here.
Oh, man. Oh, Mr. Comics. Oh, Mr. Comics taking it away there.
Run away with it.
Oh.
Thank you.
Looks like they're switching sides this round.
Yeah, we've had that a lot the last few rounds. It's like the last few nights.
Teeter-totter.
Yeah.
The champ earn it. I like it, guys. Good job.
I had some hope when you went first to show that I'm going, hey, I think I have this one, hopefully.
Yeah.
I got Hydra Comics as the last one to vote.
Yeah.
Oh, Rob Worst now.
Yep.
Yeah, Rob Ward says, Mr. Comics, it's just too nice.
Hey guys, thank you so much. There's so many votes coming in. I appreciate every single one of you guys being here tonight and voting and hanging out with us and having fun with us.
And I'm going to call this one. Mr. Comics has just tied it up. We are at 1-1 in the challenger rounds. So this is going to take us over to Bear versus Dee. Dee Runk has to go first this time for fire covers. So what do you got, George?
Fire cover. I have Firestorm number 3 and a 9.6. Signed by Danielle Panabaker. That is the first appearance of Killer Frost.
Awesome.
And yeah, just a good key issue to have. And fire is literally in the title of the book, and there's a bunch of fire right there.
I almost grabbed his first appearance, number 1. That was the other one I was debating.
And this is another one that was a personal submission of mine.
Dude, that's legit. I have not seen that cover before. I love that they're kissing it. Like,
right?
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, my girls love Killer Frost. She's a cool character.
And that's another book on my list to get, Yeah,
it's a cool modern character to pick up for sure.
Beautiful.
I say modern-ish, I should say.
Well, yeah, I especially after watching the Flash TV show with those 2 characters on there in season 1.
And this is signed by the actress that plays Killer Frost in that TV show.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that. That's cool.
All right, you ready, Bear?
I'm ready.
Sweet book,
All
George.
right, Bear Island.
That's nice and all, George, but you could argue that that's almost more of a Frost cover than a fire cover. Not so for this classic of all classic fire covers. Alex Ross, Marvel's number 1. Yes, we all have this book. And we all love this book because it's beautiful. Look at that. It's not sharing the stage with anybody cold or frosty. It is pure fire. And the story inside, legendary.
Is that
Beautiful Alex Ross cover. Marvel's number 1. I'm not looking for points for like a rare book here, obviously.
I will legitimately say that
Human
was the
Torch.
book I dived into my boxes looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. Beautiful.
Save me, Alex Ross. Come on, buddy.
Beautiful. Gentlemen, hold up your books.
Okay, so this is the round 2 for the challenger side here. We've got Dee Runk versus Bear Island. In the chat, you got to let us know who you're voting for once Matt says vote now.
Vote now.
It is currently Dee Runk 1, Bear Island none. So this is the important round for both of these gentlemen.
Bear.
Support behind that Firestorm. That is just
Bear, Bearzilla, Dee Runk. Oh, looks like that Human Torch is taking it.
George is gonna break the slab.
I'll break it. Send it to me.
That was a joke. I would never break my slab.
Your book's worth more, but it's not about the price. It's about meeting the requirements of the cover. I've got Werewolf by Lunchtime. Great name. Right there at the end. Bueller voting for Jeffrey. Much appreciated, sir.
There it is. Gotta have the Jeffrey vote.
Gotta have it. Couple more
I'll
seconds.
chat every time the way Super Rush writes Dee Runk, I have to okay it because YouTube thinks it's a cuss word.
Yep.
All right, I'm calling this one. Bear Island is the victor with Marvels and the Human Torch cover. We are going to tiebreaker rounds, folks, on both competitions.
This is good, man. This is good.
This means we move the timer to 45 seconds in this final tiebreaker round to see who goes to the playoff match. Does Dee Runk or Bear Island have to face down on the other side against either Mr. Comics or our 2-time champ, BakeTheSnake? This will be a thriller.
So Jeffrey Comic-Con pops in right as Bueller votes for him, which I love.
Right?
And then he asks, I'm trying to figure out
Jeffrey.
who did the orange. And I explained to him, that's half-baked.
Yeah.
The guy spilling the beers all over his stuff.
That's right, man. All right, here we go, guys. You all ready to see the next Comicgories?
Bring it on.
All right. Number 1.
Spider cover.
Number 2. And here it is. Number 3, weapon cover.
Ooh, this is a fun one. So yeah, this one you could consider as a somewhat broad category as well, but the idea that we would be highlighting in some way or another a weapon of some sort. There's a lot of ways to look at it. Obviously, some characters known as a weapon themselves, others using weapons prominently on the covers of their books. So this is going to be a cover that in some way epitomizes a weapon. Was there something you wanted to add there, Matt, to that?
You got it perfect, man. That's it.
Does anybody have a question, or do they want to use their pass? Ooh, 3 in a row. That is fire.
No pass. No. Let's do it.
Ooh. Okay, then, gentlemen, you're going to have 45 seconds on this round. We're giving you an extra 15. Your time is going to start right now.
Get it. Get it.
All right. I was thinking a lot about this one when we came up with it. I was like, obviously, being a Marvel guy, there's a lot of characters I love that use weapons in fun ways.
I got my book right here.
30 seconds.
The restroom.
He's going to use the restroom.
You're trying to pull a bait, huh?
All right. We are at 20 seconds.
I love it.
This is also known as the show where you get to see a lot of plumbers hard at work.
That's right.
Are at 12 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Hurry, guys. Grab one.
1. I think
Better grab
something in their hands.
0. All right, there we go.
Man. Bear Island putting it to the test. Those last seconds just diving. Man.
So Dee Runk went off to the restroom, right?
Yes, but it doesn't matter. He's in the second matchup. We've got Mr. Comics versus BakeTheSnake. And I believe it's Mr. Comics going first in our tiebreaker round.
All right. Matt, here you go.
So it's a very recent book, and I had it on my mind since I went to my first Comic-Con. Was it last week or the week before? And I had it placed for the sword category, just in case that came up. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, number 97, the Kevin Eastman cover. And it's the first Jenica with her yellow mask. So,
Nice.
you know, I got to go to Colorado Springs Comic Con and had him sign my second print, the second print of the her first cameo in '95, whatever. So I just wish this came out a week sooner. I would have had him sign it too. So
nice, man.
yeah, so vote for me, please.
The challenger wanting to take down the champ. All right, with a Ninja Turtle. Is it 97, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. All right.
Seawood says TMT is an auto win for me.
Oh, there it is.
My ear.
Well, damn, C-Dub. All right, for me, I have the Ultimate X-Men, the Ultimate Weapon, Weapon X, X-Men number 4, Weapon X right there, Wolverine. This is the first appearance of Omega Red. You have the claws, you have Omega's tentacles, and you have the bow staff and cards. And like I said, Weapon X right there, front and center.
He's not.
Can't get much better than this. 9.8 white pages. This is the first slab that I ever bought, and I actually competed against this slab with the boy who had 7 until his wife told him to wise up and stop buying it or stop bidding because she had already bought it for him for his 12 days of Christmas. So, yeah,
I was in
this
the
is the
hospital
weapon cover.
sitting there watching that auction, and she's like, "Stop right now! Don't get it again." Awesome, man. Sweet. All right. So,
Yeah, Omega Red, coolest villain in the 90s, bar none.
But it's not a turtle.
So
He's not a turtle.
hold your books up.
we got Turtles versus X-Men. We got Ninjas versus Mutants. You're going to need to pick who is going on to the final round. Is BakeTheSnake going to the championship, or is he finally getting upsetted by Mr. Comics? So you're going to pick Mr. Comics or Bake when Matt says.
Do you believe in miracles?
Vote now.
Vote for me. I'm not a crook.
Turtles, Teenage
There
Mutant
we go.
Turtles in a half shell.
Bake. 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 Oh, bake. Bake. Bake.
Oh,
Oh, bake, bake.
we got some comics.
89, 89. Bake, 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 bake.
Weapon is in his name, says good as gold.
There's 3 for Mr.
Tony gives you the gold. Yeah, see, there's a couple of Turtles fans right there.
We got 6 for Mr. Comics right there. Whole bunch for Bake. Bring him in, guys. Bring him in. This vote.
D-Dub might be on the fence
Underdog.
there. I haven't seen him put in Turtles yet.
Bake me a cake. I like that, Sam.
Was it a vote? It's a cake.
It's literally a Weapon X program on the cover all over.
One of the best moderators in the business, Sam's Tangled Web, is my last one I got there. We got a few more trickling in. Okay, Seawood finally voting, even though he promised his vote earlier. But I'm going to call this one Bake the Snake. The champ is back again, going to the championship.
On to the final.
Wow.
Congratulations, Bake.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congrats, buddy.
Thanks for being a good competitor.
Hey, guys, give me just a sec. Hang out, talk. The chat. My dog just ran away. I'll be right back.
Matt, I gotta say, Mr. Comics, that was a great book, great choice. I respect the round, man. That was a tough competitor. You drew the tough draw this round. I gotta say.
That was my first thought when Matt told me I was facing off against Bake. I'm going, do you think that I could compete with him, or am I just the slaughter?
Dude, I was so worried. Like if Spider cover came up, or even the other, I'm like, geez, the artist. I mean, be honest, I have no idea where a Jim Lee book is right now. So the only Jim Lee book I have available, I already showed it, and I don't. Even though it hasn't been placed in the rules, I don't want to re-show a book that I've already shown.
Well, and now Bake gets to make it to the championship round with his pass intact, just like our other gentleman. Whoever goes up against him, they're going to still have the option to do a pass in the next round. I want to highlight the fact that in the final round, the championship round, we're going to get a whole new set of categories that we haven't even seen yet.
Yeah, got him, guys.
You'll get a whole new set. Oh, which dog ran off?
There is a dog.
Big one.
I thought that's what you said. I was like, wait a minute, I have to go. My dog ran away. Like, what?
All right, I had to go run and get this big old dude right here. So, go.
Hey, Matt, what kind of dogs are they?
I've got a Great Pyrenees. That's Crypto. And then I've got 2 Australian Shepherds and 1 Chihuahua.
Yeah, last time I saw the bigger one was when he knocked over your stuff.
That's the one that knocked over the stuff. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys.
So we are now over to the contender side to see who's going to go head-to-head against Bake. We got Bear versus Dee Runk, and Bear has to go first here in this challenger round.
If anyone's a fan of Punisher, they know that my boy Frank Castle, he's got a passion for weapons.
Did you say he's your boy?
He's my boy. Yeah. Is that okay?
Just updated information.
Frank knows. We were talking about this the other day. Frank knows the best weapon is one you don't have to use. And he is not going to have to use this bazooka that he has rappelled down the side of a building with, because look how scared the guy on the inside is. He's like, I'm getting out of here. Forget this. Forget this. We made a huge mistake, guys. Everyone inside has already sort of gotten an idea of what's going on. They've heard a rumor that there's a guy outside with a bazooka that he's not even going to have to use because intimidation what the weapon is about. Punisher number 1, Klaus Janson.
That one guy's got to change his underwear before he leaves, because I'm sure he just did a deuce.
How is this even possible? Like the upper body strength that this would require. Love it. 80s comics, baby.
Awesome. Too good. Too good. I love Hydra's comment.
Yeah. Is that book's naked? Because if it is, it's qualified.
All right, your turn, Dee Runk.
All right, so my weapon cover, I went with Thor number 390, the first ever time Captain America holds Mjolnir right here. Just a classic book, one that got a spec bump recently, and a book that I got before the spec even took off. So it's pretty excited about that. And yeah, it's a beautiful cover. a weapon that has been used. You know, for all we know, Castle's just merely wielding an aluminum tube with nothing in it. You have no idea what's going on there. So this for sure is a weapon. It is Thor's hammer. He is the god of thunder, and Captain America proves that he is worthy of wielding this weapon in this book. Bake will be a fun round.
Oh.
He's already called it.
Dang.
I'm loving it.
Oh my god!
I literally just got that comic in the mail today, and I thought about using it.
The hubris.
The chat is on fire. I got to shout out. They're doing a great job. It is too darn funny. And when I heard this category, obviously I thought of Punisher and I thought of Thor. Those are great choices across the board. I don't know who I would pick here, but I don't have to. You in the chat have to decide. Did Dee Runk or did Bear choose the better weapon cover? And you're going to vote once Matt says go.
Hold those books up, gentlemen. Here we go. Vote now. Awesome.
Call me now.
I think I don't know who said it, but somebody's like Rob Worst. I think said if he fires that bazooka, won't he blow himself up? And I was like, yes, that's one of the things I've always loved about that cover.
It's a special bazooka with no backfire.
Oh man,
it's a criminal-seeking bazooka.
Ooh, Bear came out of the gate, man. Looks like Dee's getting some more votes here now.
Yeah, I literally just got that in the mail today. Thor's Thor book.
Nice, man. I love it. Double DQ. Everyone's angry at you guys for touching those books and naked.
We both brought them out. That's interesting that we both.
They
double DQ. Big wins. Yes.
They can't always keep their panties on. Come on. All right. Still going. I got. Ooh, man, a lot of votes still coming in here, man.
I love it, Michael.
I'm gonna this one's a little closer, and I'm going to make sure that I've double, triple checked this one.
Awesome. Michael, I still feel awkward that they're showing these books naked on screen.
For anyone who was worried about the condition of this book, it was never going to be a 9.8. It was never even going to be my favorite grade of a 9.6.
Nice.
Mine will be a 9.8, even though I've handled it wrong.
Characters.
Woo, this one was a barn burner. Really close with margin of 3 votes, but I'm giving it up to Mr. Bear Island.
What? Whoa! Oh my gosh! What?
Oh man!
Oh my gosh!
How could Thor lose?
That's crazy.
That
I get to lose to Bake?
It's going to be a B off. Bear versus Bake.
An Airbnb. Let's do this.
As soon as Dee Runk pulled that out, I was like, no, that's over. There's no way Bazooka is taking out Mjolnir, man.
You could also make the argument that it's the cover. And so if he picks up Mjolnir inside, the cover is what we're voting for. You could argue that.
I can see that. I can see that.
I will tell you that I took a bathroom break, and it hit me that I had a slabbed book that would have been a runaway. I just didn't think of it.
Oh,
and that's my fault.
All for P break, man.
What would it happen?
I got to know what it was.
I was going to go with JLA Avengers #4 with Superman holding Mjolnir and Cap's Shield.
Oh, yeah. That's a good book. I've seen you share that book. That's a good book. Yeah. That's a great book. Midstream, says Lady Fantastic.
Yeah, midstream. I was like,
just came to
there's a dishonest part of me that wanted to say that was the book I had all along, but it wouldn't have worked.
You fed the right animal, man.
Yeah.
All right, so we are going to get a Bear versus Bake showdown here in the final round. We're going to move the timer to 45 seconds for the first 2 rounds in this battle. Bake, you get to call the heads or tails.
Heads.
And it's heads, which means Bear Island has to go first and third if there's a playoff round. We've got a whole new set of categories that we get to randomize. So none of the categories you saw earlier are going to come around. I didn't have to use my pass. I would have skipped Scott Snyder for those that were curious. I don't know that I have a good enough Scott Snyder book to pull that off.
Yeah.
Not enough DC love maybe in my house.
I would have loved Scott Snyder. That'd be great.
Heck yeah, you would have. Or Dee Runk would have gone crazy with the Scott Snyder pull.
Oh yeah.
All right, y'all ready for these?
Yeah, good luck, Bear.
You too, man.
Me and Dee get to have fun too.
You guys can relax. I'm still nervous as hell.
I need to practice for when I challenge Bake again to one-on-one.
I like it. I like
Thank
it.
you. Life with Two YouTubers says,
Bout.
man, I love Friday nights now, and I appreciate that. That's very nice of you.
Thank you, with 2 YouTubers. Thank you so much.
The coolest thing since TGIF with like Urkel and Family Matters.
Yeah,
Boy, I swear, Bake and I watched all the same shows growing up, man.
good stuff. Can I do that? All right, here we go. There it is. Stan Lee's story.
Oh, come on.
Again.
Now.
Issue. A signed book. An injured cover. Red, white, and blue. Substance abuse cover.
Oh, man.
Or, this is really broad, a beautiful cover.
And I have something for every one of those.
Yeah. Yeah. There's
Can
no,
I get tagged in?
no Steve Ditko category, right?
Oh, that's called Stan Lee. I got, I just.
You got Stanley too. Yeah, I'm
All
sure.
right, guys, I'm going to do this 3 times. Are y'all ready?
Let's do it.
1. Man, I smell like dog. 2. And here it is, round number 1 of the championship round. Substance abuse cover.
Okay, so obviously we have a lot of comics that involve characters and abuse issues in many, many different forms. So there's a lot of books you could think of that might fall into these categories depending on what you're looking for. But we're looking for a book where the cover is highlighting drugs or substance abuse in some fashion. Some all-timers, but maybe there's some more modern ones as well. Looks like Bake has a question he'd like to ask.
Pass.
Never mind. He is saying hard pass done.
Oh, man.
I don't blame him. I might have thrown the same comment out.
I had
There it
one,
is.
but I AOK'd it to my boy, Comic
I don't
Books
know where
NYC.
Yeah.
I
That's
had the
all right.
Spider-Man drug issue Canadian price variant. Shipped it off to him for helping me out with my first auction.
Comic Books NYC said, I predict a hard pass here, and we did get it, which means Bear Island still holds the only pass left in this competition. So he can decide if he wants to play that card a little later on.
All right, here we go. All right. If we get substance abuse again, we just skip it. That's 1. And my internet started taking a while. 2. And here he goes. A death issue.
All right. Yeah, this is a little different than the undead topic that we had earlier in the competition tonight. We're looking for a death issue, an issue that involves death. It doesn't have to be a death cover specifically. This says issue, not cover. So the book itself has to have a death. It's a death issue. Now, there's characters named Death as well. So there is a little broadness to this category in many regards. Do either of you have questions, or does Bear want to use his pass?
I'm good.
All right. Here we go. Then you're going to have 45 seconds to pick your best death issue. And your time starts now.
Go.
Don't give us a strike. No 84 in this channel. Okay, we're at 35 seconds for these gentlemen. I know exactly what my boy Alec from White Whale Comics would pick. We're at 30 seconds. He is a fan of the character death versus an actual death of a character. Now we are at 20 seconds for these gentlemen for round 1 in the challenge final round here, our final matchup. 12 seconds. They're both back in their seats, so they've had more than enough time, it seems. They looks like Bake's rummaging around for the last 5, 4, 3. Make sure he's got it in hand. 2, 1. And he is ready. There we go.
Ready to
go. Counting out some good death covers as well in the chat.
Oh, it's dog night. I love it.
So we are going to go with, let's see, we flip the coin, and I can't remember who's going first. Is it Bear Island?
Bear's going first, I believe.
All right, you got to leave.
Bear Island, you are first. Oh, and another dog cameo.
All right. So there are 2 deaths, I believe, are the most important deaths in the history of comics. Those are Uncle Ben and Bruce Wayne's mom and dad. This is one of my favorite covers ever. David Mazzucchelli, Batman Year One, Part One, Frank Miller's story.
Oof.
He's sitting there. This is the moment that changes Bruce Wayne's life before he becomes Batman. I don't know if I've ever seen a sort of a top-down shot like this. It just struck me as so beautiful. The color work, the pink Batman, which is not like a choice that I would ever assume that an artist would make, but it pops so hard on this cover. And it's grim. It's just this is what made Batman right here. This to me is the most meaningful death in comics because I'm a little bit of a bigger Batman fan than any other character. So
I'm a NYC saying Bear pulling out my core favorite Batman story love here.
Man, got me a little emotional there, man.
Kid's losing his mom and dad. It's heartbreaking, but it's given us some of the best stories ever told, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And we don't see enough of David Mazzucchelli. Where has he gone? I think he teaches art somewhere now, which is cool.
Alec had him as a teacher in college.
I was reading. Oh, that's awesome! I was reading a comic the other day, and it was a Batman detective comics maybe, and two people were arguing over where to go for dinner, and somebody said we should go to Mazzucchelli's for some Italian.
Oh, that's
I love it when they drop those references into the books.
beautiful, man.
So now we go to the champ, two-time champ, looking to repeat tonight. He is going for his death issue, BakeTheSnake.
That's great and a beautiful book, but there's one book, that signifies death, especially in the 90s, or the death of a character. Three of the people on this panel tonight have mentioned it. We got the death of Superman, Black Bag. You saw Dee Runk and Mr. Comics, and Matt even talk about this is the stuff that started them collecting. Great book, iconic. If anyone remembers the news back in the days, this thing jump-started a craze in the comic collecting.
Dang.
So, yeah, Death of Superman.
Woo!
Can't get more iconic than that.
Hey, don't quote me and Matt. We both lost in the first round.
How am I supposed to root against you when you pull out my favorite book? That's not fair.
Man, yeah. There were people in the chat saying earlier when you had the weapon category, do you guys show any DC books? And now here you go. Championship round. We got 2 DC books. Wow. Batman's parents or Superman himself. Woo, death covers.
I was thinking the first appearance of Doomsday because he's a weapon. He's the ultimate weapon. He kills Superman.
So you need to vote either Bear or Bake when you pick your winner for this particular round when Matt tells you in the chat.
I don't know how you guys are going to do this because I am I don't know who I'd vote
Batman
for.
versus Superman. Once again,
Right?
lifelong battle.
Classic discussion.
You got to try, so vote now. Yeah.
Lots of people saying it's a tough choice. Lots of people.
1-1.
Always Superman. Batman just needs therapy.
And I know some people were upset that I took that Punisher out of the thing, but I'm not taking this out of the Mylar. No.
Superpower review best, and I'm not sure who he wants. I think he might have been trying to spell bear and misspelled it, so I'll let Superpower review restate his answer.
He did. He put bear.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is like bear, bake, bear, bake, 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 bear.
Right? I was noticing that.
Thomas Wayne is alive and kicking now.
So is Superman.
Yeah, no.
He was in a Kryptonian coma.
Yeah.
It's a good thing Rob put a period after bake because the bake death of Superman sounds like a nasty dish. I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're right. Big bear,
I've got
big bear. That's all
Hydra
I'm
as the
seeing
last
here.
one. Oh, collectible paper jumping in.
Man, this is for it all right here.
The close one. I'm not calling it though for Bear Island Comics with the round victory against the champion.
Wow.
Batman winning over Superman today.
Dang. Both nice books.
Hey, D Comic Queen, what's up, girlfriend?
Find a phone charger. Come on,
Right, D Comic Queen Nat, we're glad to have you. If it's only for a second, we're still glad to have you.
Heck yeah. Not right now.
All right. So now we're ready for the second round in this competition here between the champ and the contender. We're down from, I think, 8 categories. We'll drop 2 now. We've had 1 pass, and of course, we've now had our death issue. So let's see what the randomizer is going to bring for our 2 contenders. Matt, are you on mute? I can't tell.
And here, can you hear me now?
Yep, hear you.
Yeah.
And here we go. Number 3. Boom. Beautiful.
Beautiful cover. Now, Matt and I actually, I think, discussed this one a little bit, talking about what this meant, because I both loved and disliked the broadness of this category. A cover that is beautiful. It doesn't necessarily imply that there's a beautiful person on it or that the artwork itself is beautiful, just that the cover seems to embody beauty in some fashion for you. And then can you sell that to our audience? Bear has the only pass left, but does anybody have any questions first? Look at them both sweating it out here. Bear's deciding. Does he want to roll the dice on that hard pass?
You could almost narrow that down.
9.6 that'll take care of this. No problem.
Yeah, 9.6.
I'm going to pass.
Oh,
It's too subjective. It's just too subjective.
He's rolling the dice, hoping for this 2-round knockout. Not even going to want that 3rd round.
Woo. That could almost be narrowed down to favorite comic book.
Right?
Yep. All right, here we go.
All right. So we've got eliminated 3. That only leaves 4 categories left for these 2 rounds here if we need both.
That's right. So 1, 2, okay.
It really wants beautiful cover.
3, so we're going to skip that one. And it's this next one. Red, white, and blue.
Okay, so there's no passes. They are competing in this category. The category is red, white, and blue. So we're looking for covers that embody those colors, not necessarily in a United States fashion, but certainly just in some fashion. The colors red, white, and blue. You can decide how patriotic or non-patriotic that could be. Gentlemen, did you have any questions about this topic?
We're good.
They look like they are ready. You can see the fire in their eyes, the eye of the tiger. It's all happening. They're going to have 45 seconds for this second round. Gentlemen, your 45 seconds starts now.
Go.
Can I pull a Dee Runk and go to the bathroom? Or actually,
He's doing it 40 seconds in, and he
You gotta have your comic first. You gotta have your comic first, Bake.
He said it right there.
Oh, he does.
I did get my book first.
30 seconds. All right.
Hey, Spidey fan, I'm good. I'm just checking on my pizza. I ordered a pizza, and I'm seeing where the hell it is. I'm not
20
defeated.
seconds
No,
left.
I was defeated, but I don't feel defeated.
15 seconds left.
Let's get it in there, Bear Island.
10 seconds left. Bear looks ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This is the first episode with the double bathroom break involved. Very exciting.
Can I ask, was Bake back in time?
He was.
Mine's here on the desk.
His book was the placeholder. That's all that matters.
Oh, okay. So you book and then you peed.
He
All
said
right.
his book and then he left. Yeah.
Nice.
Set it and forget it.
That's right.
So this round, I believe Bake has to go first here in our red, white, and blue cover show off.
All right, red, white, and blue. I have for my homie Bear a 9.6 white pages Wonder Woman 172 Adam Hughes cover, Pieta, Superman, and holding Wonder Woman.
Nice, man.
The whole cover is blue. They're red, white, and blue. Wonder Woman's got the red, white, and blue stars on her chest. So, yeah.
Right.
Adam Hughes goodness, 9.6.
Wow.
Nice.
I've never seen that cover before, and it's epic.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Love some Adam Hughes. Hard to dislike a good Adam Hughes cover.
Gorgeous, Bake.
Thank you.
All right, you ready, Bear?
All right, that was the champ. Contenders time. Can he do it in just 2 rounds? He's looking to knock out here with his red, white, and blue cover, Bear Island.
I went a little bit more literal and direct with the interpretation on this, but a little bit more DC love, some Superman. David Mack is probably my second favorite artist who works in this sort of medium with sort of the watercolor style. Stephanie Holland to be first, but I think he just nailed it. And he did the background colors perfectly, so Superman is popping out. He's got that iconic look. The shadows are amazing. It's just a beautiful red, white, and blue cover. Superman #1 from the Bendis run, David Mack.
Wow. Some love in the chat shouting out David Mack, who is an epic artist, especially in watercolor, man. Holy cow.
I've got that exact book too, man.
So we have a Superman versus Superman showdown here. DC love is real. And I'm impressed that even despite the chat heckling him, he still decided to go panties free on his final show there, Bear Island.
Dear Lord, man, what are you, a savage? Protect that thing.
So we have Slabbed versus Ultimate Raw. Book.
Oh my goodness.
Real.
Oh my goodness.
I love the vote.
Bear or Bake in this second round here. Can the defending champ be upset? Here we go. Whenever he says.
Adam Hughes can't lose.
Oh.
In my defense, the colors show up a lot better when you don't have it in the bag.
2-2, 3-3.
Hey, are we allowed to vote if we're out of it?
David Mack.
No, if you're on the
The
panel,
rule is if you're on the panel, you can't vote.
The Mack Daddy. The Daddy Mack.
Return of the Mac.
The Daddy Mack will make you vote for Bear Island.
the Bear.
What's Chris Cross up to these days?
Yeah. I had a couple Superman options. I would have pulled for this one too. You know.
Oh man,
Flying right towards you.
looking close. Again, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for voting. Keep them coming in. What's up, Otaku?
Review. Oh, now I got JIB.
Otaku.
The notorious JIB.
I'm going to call it right there. I think we're done. I'm giving this one to the champ, BakeTheSnake. We're going to round 3, folks.
Oh, it's going to round 3.
I got a chance.
Woo! Boy, it was closer than I thought it was going to be, too.
I know. Too close for comfort.
Wow. Right now, Bear's like, did I use the pass at the right moment?
Honestly, this red, white, and blue was my least favorite of the remaining categories, so I screwed up there by using the pass. I totally did, but it's okay.
I'm shocked you guys didn't pull out a Captain America, man.
Surprising, right? Definitely a shocking twist in my.
People collect Captain America.
I got a few, but nothing special.
Another bathroom break for me. I'll be right back.
I'd get that next. Are you?
Okay, so here we go. Final round is going to allow these contenders 60 seconds, and we have, I believe, 3 or 4 categories left to choose between. So we will see what they end up getting.
Y'all ready for this?
Nope.
Where we go. 1. 2. And what is the final category? Here we go. Injured. Cover.
Okay. So this cover has a character that is in some fashion injured, right? I'm not talking about if there's, deep emotional scarring here or actual physical injuries. We're talking about a character who is injured on the cover that we can see or dealing with some sort of injury. There's a lot of ways you could go with this, and certainly most covers involving violence have some level of injury, so it's a lot of variety that you could go to for this. There's a lot of options. Were there any questions from the 2 contenders here?
Is this our final round, or are we doing 5?
This is it, man.
The whole kid and caboodles. Jeez, man. All right.
Time to throw all the chips on the table.
60 seconds to see who wins tonight. Will it be our champion for the last 2 nights, or the contender? Woo. So you're going to get 60 seconds, gentlemen. Matt, was there anything I was missing?
That's it, brother.
Okay, guys, your time starts now.
Go do it. 1 minute.
I say I loved this category simply because it seemed like it had a lot of variety to it.
Yeah.
And I was thinking like almost any comic that I truly love has some layer of injury just built in. So there's a lot of room here.
Yeah. I would have gone with the current run of Amazing Spider-Man number 5, even when they split.
Ooh. We're at 35 seconds, guys. So you have plenty of time to second guess yourself, triple guess yourself. 30 seconds. They're both seated. Wow. BakeTheSnake, he's got options. 25 seconds to think it through. Bear's he's just drinking. He's just drinking.
Straight vodka.
Hey, you did a good job, brother. You fought it out here. 15 seconds left to decide. George is back.
I'm back. I found my book.
10 seconds. We're going with injured covers here, folks. You're going to need to decide who our champ is tonight. 2 seconds. Boom.
Oh, man.
I will say there's a lot on the line here. Bear Island looking to cause a huge upset. BakeTheSnake looking to earn a slabbed book. The chat looking to decide which book is a better injured cover.
I am nervous.
Everything is on the line here. Everything.
So who's going first?
Bear Island has the honor, if you will, of going first in this tie-breaking final championship round.
And here we go.
Right. Not just one injury. So many injuries caused by Dr. Doom. An Uncanny X-Men 145. You got your Colossus. He's getting stepped on. He's injured. You got Wolverine. Don't know what happened to him, but he's almost upside down. Nightcrawler's got a headache. Angel's probably dead. He always dies, right? We got Storm, who has lost consciousness. Something serious has happened to Storm. We know she's not dead because she's Storm, but she's hurting. Dr. Doom, amazing villain, causes lots of injuries. We like Dr. Doom so much, sometimes we don't even mind that he injures people. I will point out that this is signed by Chris Claremont. And Uncanny X-Men number 145. This would also have been my pick for a Pieta cover. Come on.
Pieta.
Nice.
I've heard that referred to as the Cosby cover.
Thanks, John.
He's
going to take the wind out of the sail.
I don't want it anymore.
All right, great book, man.
That's very
PC. My favorites. I own it. It's classic. And 9.4, by the way, high grade.
Oh man, I'm just gonna go with this one right here. The most almost dropped my beer. For when I think of injury, I think 90s because that's when I started collecting. For me, there is only one iconic book that stands out more than anything, and that is Batman 497, The Breaking of the Bat. Whatever one you want. You want a better look at this one? Here you go. Batman gets his back broken. We're like, who the hell is this dude with the traps? And we get an even dinosaur hanging out in the background. Like, what the heck? So, when people think injured covers, I don't know how this one doesn't stand out in your brain. This is such an iconic book.
Where's the red card? He's showing 2 covers. That's cheating.
I love it. That's a good one.
Show 2
you're
covers
not allowed to consider that he has 2 different versions. You consider the one he's showing. That's the book that he's sharing right there. Just the one. And no, I wasn't playing cooler copy, trying to take some love. I love that X-Men book, so I'm not throwing shade at the X-Men or Dr. Doom. You know I love Storm and Dr. Doom. Come on.
Bill Cosby versus Bane.
That's not an injury. That's an adjustment.
I'm gonna have to pull a red card on John for that one, man.
Oh my god, funny.
All right, gentlemen, hold him up.
So
who's the better villain is what I want to know.
All the marbles. We're talking about, again,
Thank God we're not doing villain covers.
We're talking now Marvel versus DC, classic villains. Woo, this is a brutal final round. Absolute killer books. I own
Who's more injured?
Unbelievable. So, Bear or Bake, final round. What's happening?
Vote now.
I do want to point out that it does take skill to know which way you're pointing if you're not pointing up or down. Like if you're pointing like that, that's difficult with.
I had to think and like slyly think about which hand I had to use to give Bear daps if I wanted to.
Yeah.
It's always the opposite of your first instinct.
Yeah. And you're still going the wrong way.
I'm like in the wrong spot. I can't even extend my arm. All right. Anyway, here's my book.
Oh my goodness!
Doom fans, let's go.
Yeah.
This has been
Bane
homage.
the Snake. I like that.
Bane the Snake. Yeah.
Got some bears coming in.
Look at those traps.
If Bake wins, you should have a new guy on the show next time, so that way someone else can win. You know.
We're gonna retire his number.
That's right.
Hang it in the rafters.
There's one game show break.
Kavi saying that Bear's getting bamboozled like I did last time. Oh, God, Kavi is slaying me. Oh my
Of
God.
course, Comic Bear NYC.
Go back and guys, go back and watch that if you haven't, and look at Kavi's face when the vote comes in for Bake. It's the best. He's so mad.
Okay, folks, that's it. I'm calling it. Bake the Snake, 3-time championship. Earned his slab.
Oh,
Thank you.
oh.
Well done, sir. Well done.
All right, guys.
I want to thank the chat and this even playing field because it's what you guys think is cool. Yeah, there's a book I wrote in here in the private chat, the comics, Mr. Comics, that I thought I was going to lose the zombie cover, man, and that would have been all downhill from there. So, I mean, it's all subjective on what you guys in the chat. This is an even playing field. I hope more people reach out to John and Matt and try to sign up for this show. I think it's so much fun, and I think more people should try it out.
Awesome, Bake. I love how he just took the moment to give his speech, you know?
Was I not supposed to do that?
I'm joking with you, dude. You're totally.
Oh, man.
Look at that. JIB's like, who said he gets a victory speech?
I would like to thank the chat for nothing.
Ooh, it's a good question. Is the victory slab going to be shown and announced tonight?
No, he will get it. He will have it by the next show, so I can mail it to him, and he can open it up for you guys then.
Oh, so he'll open it live on the next tournament show. Woo!
Should have been ready considering the possibility.
Will I be competing or will I be a guest host?
You know what, man? I think you're going to be competing until someone takes you out, man.
Oh, man.
You heard it here. New rules being decided live.
See, there's that possibility there too. A champion could be a guest ref when John can't do it.
I like that.
Or when Kavi says, this guy's got to go.
Yeah.
Oh, now we got cats.
Yeah, I love it. So our next show, guys, is going to be Friday, September 20th. That's 2 weeks from today. So no show next week, but on the 20th we'll have it. And so far we've got Rob Wurst, Bake the Snake again. We've got Comic Head 84, and we need one more guest.
I want back in.
We'll definitely get you guys that have been on the show before in again, I promise.
I want to see Bubs Comics is already throwing out that he's down to clown, just so you know.
All right. Bubs is the man, dude.
Bubs, you want to be on oh, that's scary though. That's some scary stuff right there.
I know.
Remember, hit up Matt on Instagram if you have that chance to do that, because then he can let you know where you fit in the lineup to make sure he can fit you in for one of the next few.
And it blew my mind, but DS had actually asked me already. So I will get with Bubs, DS, a superpower review, guys, for sure. And I'll check to see whose schedule it works for. I did promise it to DS, so if DS you're down,
Man,
I got
Superpower has some books too, man. Karate Kevin.
Oh yeah, he does. So, but if whichever guys can't get on, we will get you on the next one after that. So don't worry about it. We're going to be doing this for a while. It looks like we're having fun, man. So everybody in the chat, thank you so much for being here tonight. We're going to start saying goodbye. We're going to let everyone just kind of run through and say what they've got going on in their channel so you can follow them and see what they're doing. So Dee Runk, what you got going on soon, man?
Well, I lost tonight, so I don't know. I think I might just retire. No,
Just gonna quit YouTube, huh? Just geez.
yeah, I'm out. I just deleted my account, so
It's over.
no, it was a lot of fun. Thanks for having me on. I've got a definitive date on when my CGC books are finally coming in. I will have a live unboxing on Monday. I don't know the grades yet, and it'll be fun. So my channel, we'll just say 10 o'clock Eastern time on Dee Runk Comics channel on Monday, then September 9th.
Dude, sweet, man. I love watching that kind of stuff. It's always good to see what grades you get, and so I'll be there. Awesome, man.
That is it.
All right, cool deal. Mr. Comics 89, what's going on with you, man?
Not much planned right now. Other than the next thing I have planned is my usual Wednesday new comic book haul. Although I do have coming up, whenever I hit 250 subscribers, I am launching a new contest for 250 subscribers.
Where are you at right now?
Last I checked, 218 or 219.
Sweet, you're getting there.
And this is the prize for the winner. So,
Sweet.
so yeah. Like I said, I've just wrapped up the first one with the new logo, and shout out again to Draw Tinsel for who designed it. It was awesome. It combined both my loves of Superman as a kid and Spider-Man as an adult. So it's really cool. But so I'm almost down with what I want to do for the contest, and it's similar to what Bear Island did for his Royal Guard. So that's where I kind of got inspiration from for this one. I'm just not very inventive or whatever. So it is what it is. You take good ideas where you can.
Cool.
But otherwise, other than New Comic Book Day haul, I'm generally a fly by the seat kind of video or here on YouTube. It's hard for me to be patient sometimes when I'm excited. So
I feel you, man. I definitely want to have you guys that didn't make it to the final round or didn't win back on the show. So all of you guys, we got to have you back on, right? Make sure you keep that in mind.
Yeah, cool. I can't wait.
Awesome. Bear Island, what you got going on, brother?
No, same. I seriously cannot wait to get back on this thing. Like, it's amazing. Like, what I love about this is not just the fact that it's fun during the show, but before the show, it forces you to spend time with your comic books, which is something I think we sometimes forget to do. Like, I was going through all these boxes for a few hours, just appreciating what I've managed to collect at this point, which it's not like spectacular, but the books are special to me, and it's nice to spend time with your comics, and being a part of this forced me to do that. So thank you for that. Another quick thank you. I just reached 300 subs over the past few days. So I just want to thank everyone who's spending any time at all watching my channel. That's amazing to me. I appreciate it so much. What I have coming up would be, I just got an AOK in the mail from our friend Alec, White Whale Comics, which I'll be opening in an unboxing video with a couple of other things. My last CGC book that was in the pipeline has arrived. So I'll be opening that Silver Age book. So yeah, just sort of a combo video of what I've got to open is what's coming. I can't promise any sort of date because I take my time on editing and things like that, as you guys know. But this was a ton of fun. Thank you so much.
Awesome, brother. Thank you, dude. And I think one of my favorite things is all week while you guys are freaking out, trying to figure out what books you're gonna have and sending me questions. It's just the best, man. It gets me hyped. And you're right, man. Spending time with books is important. So thank you, brother. Bake, the champion. Free time.
Yeah, Bear said it all, man. I mean, seriously, it's so much fun. like you said, Matt, I mean, half the fun is the behind the scenes locker room chat. I mean, dude, we were cracking each other up, just on Instagram, sending each other gifts and stuff, gifs, however you want to say it. It's a gift, damn it. Anyway, anyways, yeah, hey, thanks everyone for voting for me. I appreciate it. Can't wait to be here next week. It really is fun. So seriously, if you guys you can set it up. Matt even said it himself. You don't have to put your face on the camera. You can point it the other way and do a no face competition.
Yep.
So join in, please. Reach out to Matt, John, and jump on the show. I think you'll be surprised how much fun it is.
They might as well reach out to you too, because you're always on here, man.
yeah. Sure, you can reach out to me too.
Friday Night Bake.
That's right. You know what? Life with Two Uber says all of us together is so cool too. She's right. Like having this fun together, seeing everybody in chat, just going at it, talking, getting to know each other. It's just the best. And now that I see guys like Superpower Review, who's someone I just recently came into in the last month, wanting to be on the show already. That's how we build this community, and that's how we grow as friends. So love it. Awesome.
Yeah, it was weird. I ran into Superpower through Instagram and then found the YouTube. It was, I think, through Burke.
Yep.
Burke Family Comics, aka Stay Nasty.
Stay nasty.
John, what do you got going on your channel?
Well, I just did a live stream last night looking at the best films from the 1970s with Hialeah Comics and Fire Guy Ryan. It was a whole lot of fun. You can check it out on my channel. And then tomorrow night, I'm on with Robert Galvin for one of his interview shows late tomorrow night. Looking forward to that. In the morning, I got my girls. We don't have early soccer, so we can do our Saturday morning show like normal. And then Sunday, we got Bueller joining Perry and I for another round of Stream It or Skip It movies you could check out online.
Cool. Good stuff, man. Dude, you're the best, man. I couldn't do this without you. So,
fun, man, I love this show. I sweat like the daylights, but it's a whole lot of fun, man.
I have a question. How on earth do you count the votes so fast? Like, how is that computing in your brain? It's amazing to me. Like, I would be like having to write it all down and go back and
my CPU is a neural net processor, a learning computer.
Incredible.
The fact that he teaches a bunch of third graders on a daily basis and has to be on top of all that, I mean, that brain just works good.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. You guys are awesome. What a great crew.
Yeah.
All right. Boy Who Had Seven.
You don't need a beard to win.
Boy Who Had Seven. Matt, what do you have going on your channel other than this show?
Oh,
you give all of us our time. What about you, Matt, my friend? What do you
Way to take the initiative, Papa Runk.
Yeah, buddy.
Good job.
Thank you, brother. You know what? What's really cool is tomorrow I've got a really neat shout out Saturday video. I started that maybe 3 months ago, and I like to just shout out people that are doing cool stuff for me personally or for the community. And Molnir, it's a guy that you guys have been seeing watching the show for a while. He's an old friend of mine that found my channel, and he sent me a big old box of stuff maybe 3 months ago, and I'm finally getting to that video. So it's dropping tomorrow, which is really cool. And other than that, that's it for now. I mean, videos come out Monday, my unboxing videos Wednesday, just whatever I've got going on. But
I want to take one quick minute here and thank you again, Matt, and for having me on here. I'm just, like I said before, I felt like I was basically only doing the videos myself. I was a part of the community, but I felt like I was on the outside looking in.
Yeah.
I finally feel.
Oh, you're in the family now, brother.
Yeah, I finally feel now like I'm more included. Now I'm part of the crowd, and I'm part of the family. So I really appreciate that and the chance to be on here. And the trash talking we had on Instagram earlier.
It was great.
So much fun.
It was great. You know what, Mr. Comics 89 Matt, I think this is part of the reason that we wanted to do this show. John came up with the coolest idea to have that 5-minute spotlight at the beginning and really focus on the community and focus on each other and having a good time as friends. So you'd like Bear said, you're definitely part of the family, brother, and I'm glad you came on today. I really am.
Thank you.
Yeah, so happy to meet you and do the show face to face. Like, this is so much fun.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
and Bear too. I think this is the first time I've been on a show with you.
I think so. Yeah, it's an honor, man. Truly.
I mean, it's okay.
Too much pressure.
Damn you, Dee Runk.
I'll feel all sorts of new trash talking too. If I had different opponents, like if it was me and Bear in the second round, I would go, well, he has his 9.6. I pull out a 9.8 over here.
Right, that's right, man. You were ready for that. You know what? Like,
I'm still waiting for a round where we both have the same book and like, oh, it's a wash. Moving on to the next one. Like, how do you outvote a book when they're both the same book?
yeah,
You just have to have a 9.8 when you're going up against Bear. You'll be okay.
there you go.
I have some, okay? I have some. Just not anything I've ever submitted myself.
Yeah, that's right, man. That's right. I love it.
I am not a good judge of the condition of my books.
All good, man. It's all good. Well, guys, it was a wonderful evening. For sure, I've got Superpower Review, Bubs Comics, DS Comics. If anybody else wants in, make sure you let us know, please. We want you on the show to have fun with us and have a blast. And everybody, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting my friends that came tonight and hung out with us. Really appreciate it. And like Rob Worth said, make sure you guys sub each other up. That's how we make the community grow. So thanks for all you guys do. We will talk to you later. So you know how it goes. Mischief managed. See you later.